Hi, my name is Polupski, and this is my EDTC-300 Summary of Learning project. So, what is EdTech? Well, I thought it was just going to talk about how to use technology in the classroom, but it was way more than that. So, a few things that I want to start off with. It teaches students and teachers how to use technology, which goes into the theory of participation and digital literacy. It teaches us about tools that we can use to teach our students, for our students to learn, for our students to assess, for our students to create. It gives everyone a voice, and you can believe in whatever you want, like activism, or gives you part of a community. And it taught me the proper way to blog, because if you look at my first year blogging, it is completely different now. It still can get better, but it is completely different. One of the big ideas that I want to talk about is the SAMR model, which is broken into two parts. The first part is an enhancement, and the two headers that go underneath this is substitution and augmentation, which looks at technology is just kind of switched out from something that we can do before with paper, or augmentation is it's a direct tool that substitutes the functional improvements. And then the second one is transformation, and the headers are modification and redefinition, which allows teachers to redesign the task, or it makes it so that we can do something that we were unable to do before. Then I want to go into digital citizenship and digital literacy, which is made up of the 4 C's and the 9 key elements. So the 4 C's are collaboration, creativity, communication, and critical thinking. So if we want to participate, we can collaborate with others. We can do a lot of creativity in the digital world. We can communicate easier, but we also have to be way better critical thinkers, because in the digital landscape, there are a lot of things that are misleading and go into fake news and other things. So if we know how to be critical thinkers in a digital literacy sense, we can figure out things like that. We also need to realize that digital access is different for everybody. Digital communication needs to be appropriate, and we need to teach students the proper way to do this. We need to model all of these. Digital fluency, which I still struggle with, but I am getting better, so we can teach students different ways to use digital, and for good rather than for bad. Digital law, digital rights and responsibility, and digital security and privacy. These are all things that can be dug deeper and create things that are part of the curriculum. The next thing is we built a community, really, in EdTech-300. So we all had to make learning projects. We all read or looked at theirs on Twitter. We commented. We shared our motivation. We shared some resources, whatever kind of fit the bill. We also did class reflections, and we reflected on what was said in class from the teacher, Katia, or from our other classmates, and our own beliefs before and after. We used Twitter as a resource sharing, so we were always sharing different tools and different beliefs behind digital literacy, digital tools, digital citizenship, digital participation. We also had a Slack community where we could ask questions, we could share other resources, and a channel just for kind of getting to know each other better. And the final big piece that I want to talk about is creating the image that you want. So I was scared to have a digital identity. I wanted to almost be invisible. And this is kind of just the effects of the world that we live in, because we were kind of scared out of having a digital imprint. But really, now I want to be out there, but I want to control what's out there. So I'm able to do that because my blog's one of the first things that pops up. My YouTube pops up, and it has some of the different things that I have done throughout my schooling and ideas like that. My high school sports achievements, so that shows up, and that kind of shows my character. And then also my Twitter, and my blog pops up, and my Twitter blog pops up, and those things are things that I can control what's out there. And that's kind of the big thing that I learned from this class, that I want to be in control of my destiny.